Hey, super awesome stampers. It's -degrees again in Wisconsin. Seems to be what I've been saying on most of my videos. So I'm staying inside and trying to use up some leftovers from previous stamp camps. And it seems appropriate that I'm wearing a sweater. And I'm using up some Sweater Weather Designer Series paper that was in the last holiday catalog. But all the other products that you see here are current. And you probably have something similar in your stash at home. So I thought I would share this card because it's hard to create a good masculine feel card. We can all whip out those flower cards, but those guy cards are hard to do. And any woman that would be interested in the rusted look would love to receive this card too. So let's get started. I'll show you how to create this card step by step. First thing that you want to do is cut your 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock in half at the 5.5. So this is 8.5 by 5.5 now, and I've pre-scored it at 4.25. So I'm going to bend to that. Inside this card, I've slipped the Sahara sand. So let's stamp that. The Wetland stamp set. Here you go. Here it is. Nice rustic images for anyone who likes an outdoor feel. So I stamped the little birds, little ducklings in a row on the inside. So just lightly press into your ink pad. You don't need to use a lot of pressure. Our new firm foam pads, and I probably need to stop saying new because we've had them for a couple years, are great for people who have hand issues because you don't need a lot of pressure to get the ink on your stamp and then transfer to your piece of paper. So I ran some snail on the whole sheet of Sahara sand, and that Sahara sand piece measures 4 3/8 by 4 inches. So usually on an inside piece, I usually do about a 4 by 4 inch. I don't ever do 4.25 because a little bit of paper will get stuck in your score. So usually if you cut it to 4 inches, you're going to fit perfectly inside your card. So let's flip that shut and let's start to build. I next cut a piece of 4 by 4 inch. This is that Sweater Weather Designer Series paper that was in last year's catalog, or the holiday catalog. I stamped a line of the little ducklings on the bottom, and the DSP again was 4 by 4 inches. And since this is a big piece of DSP, I'm going to run it in the center twice and along each side. Oh, and before I put that down, I need to layer it with my early espresso at 4.25 by 6 inches. And what I did was, this is the coordinations. I lined it up with my cardstock and then I ripped off the top so we can expose that fun tone of color inside. The coordinations paper has a lighter tone inside and not the white core, so it adds a fun little look. Alright, so let's get that out of the way, get that one out of the way. Now we can layer our 4 by 4 inch square of Designer Series paper on the coordinations, early espresso. Okay, and then we're going to put some adhesive. I'm going to do 4 spots again because it's a large piece of paper and we're going to add quite a few embellishments on it to make it a little heavy. So I'm just lining up and eyeballing this side to that side so it's straight. I'm going to flip it over and press down. And Jim's got to tighten my table legs. See that? Well, you're going to see it when I do stuff, but I use this table to cut on, and I loosen the screws, so Jim needs to get the wrench out and tighten stuff for me. He might have to do that yet today because he's home because it's so cold. Alright, the next thing that I layered on was the burlap at 4.25 inches, and then I just cut it at an angle. And I didn't waste any of that precious burlap. I cut at an angle And let's go pull somewhere in. And then the next cut would be a straight cut. Straight cut there, and then the next cut would be angle cut, so I'm not going to waste any of my burlap. Gotta love that when you use every little scrap so you don't make a new scrap pile. Plus, all these are supplies do cost money, so you might as well put your money on your card and not in your wastebasket. Alright, I'm going to put a glue dot over that brad so it kind of holds that there. Alright, and then I just lined it up on top. Okay, next I've got some Very Vanilla. So the birthday greetings was stamped on a 1 5/8 inch piece of paper. Birthday greetings is also in that stamp set. And I'm going to have to get in here a little bit and make sure that's straight on. And here's the duck from that set. So again, lightly press. This duck Very Vanilla is 2 1/4 by 3 inches. So press straight down with a little bit of pressure. There we go. Alright. We did cut a little scrap though. This was the little bit that I ripped off on top. But I'm going to use a little bit of it to layer my birthday greetings on. And we're going to move away here, and I need a scissors, and of course, what card isn't complete unless you have foam dimensionals? So I need that to pop that duck up on the card, and so that it's not hitting that rustic burlap. That's all I did for this, for the birthday greetings. We're going to run both sides there, layer that. Okay, and then I did run some snail on the top of that, and then I put foam dimensional on the bottom corners. That will provide a little depth to your card, but it'll also allow the bird stamp to sit above that rustic burlap ribbon. Okay, and last, a little bit more snail on that Coordinations Early Espresso, and put that in the upper corner, and you're set to send birthday greetings to whoever would enjoy a rustic birding card. Last kind of detail is stamping on the envelope, which I like to do when I remember that. And this has got such a nice collection of little ducklings. We gotta add that. There you have it. There's the Wetlands birthday card. Hope you enjoyed it. This is Shirley Merker at sjsinks.stampinup.net. Bye.